should probably not look at these before we start recording. That seems unprofessional.
I'm just gonna edit that part out. It's the beauty of technology.
Oh man, it's fantastic. I'm just gonna do it during.
Yeah.
It's just like you'll be saying stuff. I'm like, no, I'm listening.
Yeah.
Yo, did you see this? Did you see this shit, man? Wow.
I'm gonna sit uncomfortably close to you.
No, do it. Are we doing it from the beginning? Or are we starting from
We're starting from goddamn chapter 1.
Top of the Bible?
Top of the fucking Bible.
Oh man, see, there's no movie about the beginning of the Bible, but I still know that part of it. I mean, I don't know. There's a
You
lot
think
of
you
stuff.
do? You think you do? Let's fucking dive in.
No, I know the Bible. There's a dude and a girl that got leaves on their private bits, and then there's a snake, and I don't know, apples.
Right. Yeah, apples.
Apples, man.
Never says apples in the thing.
What?
Never.
It never says apples.
No. It's just a fruit.
It just says fruit.
A fruit. It says the fruit of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, which is a bullshit name because it's confusing.
Wait, what's it called?
The tree of the knowledge of good and evil.
So the tree, no, it's.
I'll give you a minute.
So the tree has knowledge.
The tree grants you the knowledge of what is good and evil.
Does that mean the tree knows stuff? Are trees sentient? Are they ents?
They might be.
Man, are we doing Tolkien in the Bible?
Pretty much.
Okay. All right. So before we even start, I got questions.
We are 30 seconds in. None of this makes sense.
Okay. All right. Okay. Wow.
Okay. So.
I still have questions. Don't start yet. This is the prologue of the Bible, of us talking about the Bible.
Ask your question.
If it just says fruit from
No.
can it be a lychee berry for me? I don't know if they come from fruits, but I'm a big fan of lychee berries.
I mean, that's cool.
Or
I kind of assumed it was a fig because the Bible is huge on figs for some reason. It's like a Middle Eastern thing.
because it's a desert and they don't have
Right.
a lot of fruits.
Yeah.
So like the only fruit they get is like a dried little avocado thing.
Right.
All right. So they eat a fig Newton.
But you know, it can be whatever you want it to be, right?
I want it to be a lychee berry.
Okay, it's a
Like,
lychee
real
berry
bad.
then.
Or the other
Oh,
one
oh.
with like the tentacles on it, but I forget what that's called.
Dragon fruit?
No, it's like you ever had a lychee berry?
Maybe.
Lychee berries are dope. So they look like basically like large rabbit turds. 'Cause rabbit turds are like this big.
God damn,
and
so
then,
appealing.
And then they're like this big, right? So lychee berries are and they're like you can't just eat them. You have to like peel them, and they have really,
You
really
work really
tough skin.
hard.
Yeah, and then you peel them, and they look like little eyeballs, and they got seeds in the middle. So you pop them in, and it tastes like if a pina colada was in a grape, and it's fantastic.
Okay. I feel like I wasn't on board until you got to the description, and now I
They
actually
look
wanna eat it.
awful.
Yeah,
they
it sounds horrible.
They look like weapons for real. They look like old school. Like you would put it in a sling and like hit someone. But no, they're delicious.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna look for some.
Just wanted to talk about lychee berries.
That's
for a
cool.
minute. I just thought about lychee berries.
This podcast brought to you by the Lychee Berry Foundation.
Yes, eat lychees, please. They don't have the best slogan.
They have to get past the fact that it takes 20 minutes of work to get one out of the thing. And then it looks like you're
it's a
eating
lot of work.
That's what I'm saying.
Because you need nails. Like if you don't have fingernails, you can't eat a lychee. Or like a pocket knife.
That's why their marketing sucks. It's going to be like, lychees, it's worth it.
I promise you they're good. Like don't judge it for how it looks. Trademark it. It's not. They're working on it. They're trying to figure it
They
out.
need to try harder.
I know. Not everyone can have a Chiquita banana lady. Some people.
That's fair.
Okay. All right. Sidetracked.
I mean, that's fair. Mm-hmm. There's another beer there for you, too. There's like another 15 in the fridge. So.
Oh, I'm going to drink a lot of them.
Cool.
Yeah. Okay.
Hopefully this goes well and you don't drive drunk. Don't drive drunk.
This is Nashville, so you guys. This is what we
It's true. You can do whatever
the
you want.
draft had just happened, dude. There's so many drunk people.
So many.
It was,
We went to Broadway for like 40 minutes just like to watch the chaos. Like, you know how you want to see a car wreck sometimes?
Yeah.
It was insane.
It was legit
insane.
terrifying.
Yeah.
Like it was like less of us because I worked yesterday at a double, and on my break I walked through Broadway to go across this to go get tacos.
Yeah.
And I come back and they stop me and they're like, you are not allowed in this area with a knife. And I was like, I don't have a knife. And they point to my pocket. And then I pull out my wine key. And they're like, you talking about this? I'm a bartender. I need this for my job. I need to go make money. And you're not going to let me work? Who are you, my dad? Am I grounded? They were like, and they looked at it like I had fucking 6 heads.
Yeah.
Like they'd never seen a wine key before. I was like, you go into the building that's right there. You go into that building.
500 people have these.
All of them do. These aren't, it was terrifying. The Bible.
The Bible.
Okay. So we're gonna
Genesis chapter 1.
We're starting
verse
from the
1.
beginning.
We're starting the beginning.
I didn't know if you were gonna like flip through. I
No,
don't know
we're
how
doing this
works.
whole thing.
Okay.
From the beginning to the end.
Also, more books should have gold on their
They
pages.
should. It's nice.
It's a classy look.
Yeah, it is. I feel. Yeah. I'm gonna write a book one day. I'm gonna put gold on the edges.
You should.
Yeah.
Call it the book with gold on the edges.
Better marketing than that clock, the house with the clocks in the walls or whatever bullshit.
Dude,
Jack
that was such
Black
a
just did.
It came out the same time as Goosebumps 2.
I know.
And it's like, but he's also in that one, so is this Goosebumps 2.1? I don't understand. They should have worked that out better.
They should have.
Yeah.
Chapter 1, verse 1.
Chapter 1, verse 1, Genesis. The book of
Nothing
Genesis.
exists
Dope.
except God.
Oh. Well, that already starts a lot of questions.
And then God's like, more shit should be.
I mean, I get lonely.
Yeah. And so he's like, an earth. And
Did he do
just
it
like that?
How a kid throws
Yeah,
an
he's just
apple?
like, I want earth.
I want to make it.
And apparently, there was tons of water everywhere. And God's like, let's get some of that shit separated. So there's sky water and land water.
Mm-hmm.
And then that wasn't enough for him. So then he pushed some of the water back to make the land.
No, I've played Sims.
Okay, yeah. So no, he simsed the earth.
Cool.
Yeah.
Right.
Uh-huh. And it all makes sense so far.
Okay, real quick.
Yep.
I don't know how much of what I'm supposed to be doing so far. Am I doing a good job?
Oh, you're doing a great
Am I
job.
supposed to be asking questions?
Ask as many questions as you have. I don't care if it takes an hour to get through one chapter.
I get that this is not the point, and I actually am very interested in religion as an idea.
Yeah.
I don't know if we haven't talked about this actually, but my religion, and this is gonna sound fucking dumb, is comedy.
Okay.
So like I'm a big fan. Like I do the stand up thing. Actually, I have a show tomorrow, and this is not going to air now.
This is
is
gonna
not
air
live.
a week from today.
This is not live. This is not. Why am I doing this? No, but I believe that everything is meant to be funny.
Okay.
Right. Like, and that sounds extreme, but like I just think that life is funny because like if it's not like the whole philosophy, if you're not laughing or crying. Yeah, that's like exactly what I think. And I think
that's fair.
I think God is comedy.
Okay.
I think comedy is God. I don't think God's a being. I think comedy and God, I think God's more of a feeling.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know shit, and I just think that the world is cool, and like,
I agree.
why not just like, if I want to believe that dentists are all liars, then I choose to
Such a
believe
weird,
that.
hard term.
Okay? This is my belief. I don't believe in dentists.
Like you don't believe they exist, or you don't believe that what they're
don't-
saying is real.
I don't believe in dentists the same way the Amish don't believe in cars. They exist. That's fine. I'm not using one. You're a bunch of fucking liars. You don't need a dentist. You don't.
Yeah.
We're fine.
Yeah.
It's fine.
That noise is going to be really weird on the audio version of this. Just was really aroused me at the idea of not needing a dentist.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No dentist. Oh, yeah. Harder. Just after seeing Little Shop of Horrors, man, I believe all dentists are maniacs and just want to drill holes in your teeth.
I mean, that's valid because that was a horrifying thing to see as a child.
Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
God. When he like the mouth camera. No.
No, it's fucked up.
It's fucked up, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why. Wow. We just had an emotional breakdown. I know I don't like dentists anymore.
How far did we get?
We've gotten like 7 verses into the first chapter.
Mark it.
Yeah.
We're done.
No,
Podcast. We won the
cool.
podcast.
Episode 1.
We beat it. We beat the whole
We
thing.
beat the idea of podcast. Nothing's ever gonna be better than this.
Nope. We did
Cool.
it.
Good.
Fantastic. Fuck
Yeah.
you, Mark Maron. You ain't got shit. Talk to Obama that one
for
time.
3.5 fucking hours.
Ugh.
Quietly. I'm Mark Maron.
And I am Barack Obama. I am the president at the time of the United States, and I like a pineapple every once in a while. I think they're tasty. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
No. What else? What else we got?
What else we- yeah.
How? How?
Doesn't matter.
Okay. Let's not.
Well, actually, I'll tell you why or how. Because God said so.
That's kind of badass.
Right?
Like a little bit.
Yeah.
Like God's got a big dick. He's swinging it
Uh-huh.
around. He's
Yeah.
just whatever. I do what I want.
Yeah. It's because he said so.
Fuck you guys.
Yeah. Apparently, there was no light for a while.
Mm-hmm.
And then God said, let bright lights appear in the sky to separate the day from the night. So
I don't think that's the quote.
I swear on my life that I just read the thing from the book.
I want there to be light so we can have day and night times. Not the whole "let there be light." That wasn't a thing. It was the thing you said.
No, yeah. Let bright lights appear in the sky to separate the day from the night. They will be signs to mark off the seasons, the days, and the years.
I just looked at it, and that is exactly what it said.
Exactly what it says.
That is what it said.
It almost sounds like a person saw seasons and was like, maybe the lights are the seasons? Let's write a book where a guy said that.
I'm gonna say, like, I'm a big fan of comic books and stuff like that. This feels like a retcon.
So much.
Yeah, right?
So much.
Where they're just like, oh yeah, Spider-Man was in Iron Man 2. He was the little kid with the mask on. That's what this feels like.
Yeah.
Except for that was a way better retcon. This
It
is
was.
just like, they're just including years didn't exist. If nothing exists, but then they have years and seasons, like day one?
Yeah.
Is it still day one? Like day 4, day 5?
No, I think we're like day 3.
Okay,
Third
still.
day.
Still.
Oh no, I'm sorry. The lights happened on the 4th day. That was the beginning of the 4th day was lights.
I really wish they documented this better.
I know.
But
Yeah.
he's so humble because he doesn't want to talk about it.
Because he doesn't want to like be present or like knowledge, like aware or present in any way. But
It's so fascinating.
But in like grilled cheese, that's cool. So
Grilled cheese is pretty cool.
yeah, with God on it.
I prefer butter.
I mean, that's fair. Butter's better than God. I'm not going to argue with
I
that.
can't believe it's not God.
The rest of that section is bullshit. It's just more about the lights. There's suns and moons and shit. He made those. He said that.
Okay, they're still talking about the lights though.
Uh-huh.
We just skipped like 3 days.
Yeah, we did.
They were like water, blah, but lights though. Let me tell you about the lights.
Well, I just want to make sure I'm giving you reference points for like when they say ridiculous shit.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah.
I'm also not going to just sit
What do
here
you
and read
mean
to
when?
If I'm sorry, if we get to something crazy, I want to make sure you have the read through to have that backup.
Okay, for real. I honestly, so I grew up Catholic.
Yeah.
And I should have read this.
Sure.
And I
Never
dated a
did.
couple girls who were like, hey, you want to hang out? I was like, yeah, I totally want to hang out. Cool, we can hang out Saturday. But that sounds great. I was like, yeah. Maybe even stay the night. Yeah, that sounds awesome. And then the next day,
Get up at 5 a.m.
we're going to go to church. All right. Okay.
Feels like a little bit of a bait and switch.
Little bit. Took it every time.
You're just like some fucking pest that keeps getting caught. It's like, this is the time there's really cheese in the trap.
Wake up Sunday like, what?
Oh,
man.
son of a... Is it 5 a.m.? Are we going to mass? Fucking
Damn it. I was,
you got me, huh?
We going to Waffle House before? We're not. We're going hungry?
Because nothing opens you up for the Lord like being so hungry you could fight somebody.
Yeah. Oh, man. And everyone just like, as soon as mass ended, you're just like running out of there.
Yeah.
Yep. Anyway.
What do we got next?
Still on the first page.
Yeah, still the first. This could take a while. That's not. There's like a book in here that's just nothing but people having more people, and none of it matters. So we're gonna skip like an entire like 30-page section.
I want a bit of it though. I want to taste.
Yeah, no, we're gonna. We have to cut it off at some point though, because I'm gonna start sounding super racist because I can't pronounce any of the names well.
That's fine.
Yeah,
that's fine.
It's the internet. Nobody has an issue with anybody on the internet.
No, everyone's
yeah,
racist.
it's super.
It's okay to be racist.
Yeah, it's not okay to be.
It's a little okay.
It's not.
Oh yeah, no, it's bad.
So then God's like, bleh, fish. I really wish that it had more than that for you. Like, it seems like I'm making jokes, like trying to be funny. But
I really don't. Like,
Yeah, God said, let the water swarm with fish and other life.
Oh, wait, and then it goes to the sky.
And then it says, let the sky be filled with birds of every kind. He knew, he named them. He just said birds are a thing now.
Fucking birds.
Birds. All birds.
He didn't. Did that? Was that a rhyming? Was he rhyming? Was he Dr. Seussing while he?
No, life and kind. Don't really rhyme that well. No.
Let the water swim. Yeah. Okay. No. It's almost a slant rhyme.
Almost.
That's
God's almost a slam poet.
Emily Dickinson gets hard for the Bible.
Oh God, what does he do? Then he makes great sea creatures of every sort.
He already did the fucking fish though.
Yeah, but they're sea creatures now. It's different. This is catching up for the fact that like fish and mammals are different, right?
I also like
covering all the bases.
What sucks about like I wish. I mean, this is also not your fault, but I wish we had like an old school Bible.
I've looked up reference. It's basically the same shit, but just more these and those.
Because then we could say, oh, sea creatures. This is when they thought that whales were monsters. Weren't they so stupid?
Idiots.
Ah,
dumb pieces of shit.
They're so stupid. Sweet. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
Cute.
Yeah.
Even.
Oh no, they're great. I want to touch one.
Oh God, they're so cool.
I know.
Ah,
Yeah.
I want to ride one.
Mm-hmm.
Whale.
I want to go ride a manta ray, like the big ones.
Mm-hmm.
They're like 30 feet wide.
I want to own an elephant, so I can just hang out with an elephant, man. I found out recently, I don't know if this is true, but elephants see people the same way we see dogs.
Oh, they just think like we're super cute.
Yeah. I fucking love that.
That's amazing.
I want to be an elephant's pet. Are you fucking kidding me?
What if you get a shitty owner though, and like doesn't take care of you, and like forgets to take you out and shit?
Run away.
Oh yeah, because you do have the thumbs.
I don't have the thumbs. I don't have a chain. It's different. It's just different.
That's fair. That's fair. All that was day 5.
Okay.
Day 6, God's like land stuff now.
Shit.
And that's, bring forth every kind of animal. And it lists a couple kind of animal. It says livestock and wildlife. And then it goes, that's cool. And make sure that they can each recreate themselves through the fucking.
You gotta be fucking.
You gotta be fucking.
Wait,
except if you're people.
No. You can't do
no fucking.
No fucking.
Unless it's the Old Testament and you're related.
Oh, that happens.
A lot.
Oh.
A lot. Yeah, it's
shit, man.
It's gonna get weird.
I thought it was only in Game of Thrones.
No, the Bible did it first. The Bible is the Simpsons of the world.
Wow, they did it 1st. Mm-hmm. All right. Can't do that. The Bible did it.
Oh, let's see. Oh, and then God says, let us make people in our image, and refers to himself in like a tertiary person, because apparently the Holy Spirit and other like versions of himself were hanging out being like, yeah, you. Yeah.
Do it.
Yeah,
you.
me. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We're gonna. I'm gonna. you're gonna. It's all the same.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And
Dude,
then
when I was so
yeah.
you grew up really religious.
I did.
Okay, so how long did that last for? How long did that happen?
I was like 17 or 18 when I was like, I think this might be bullshit.
Mm-hmm. But did you have like years leading up to where you were like waning, just like, I don't know?
Yeah, I definitely did. I mean, there were also parts where I was just like, fuck this. And then I was like, oh God, I'm going to burn. And then I would like fear believe for a little while.
Yeah. That's how they get you, man.
Yeah.
That's how they fucking get you. I was gonna say something. I totally forget what it was. This is ideal for a podcast. I was gonna say something.
It was gonna be so good, you guys.
Oh, it was gonna blow your mind. You were gonna be like, huh? Okay,
huh?
Cool.
That's a valid point.
I forget.
That's good. Okay.
I was interested, but I was gonna make a point on top of it, but I can't.
Well, day 6, he makes people.
Mm-hmm.
And we're masters over all life. The fish in the sea, the birds in the sky, and the livestock and the wild animals, and the small animals.
Okay.
We own all of the things.
That seems like a lot of pressure.
It does.
Can I just not?
No.
Okay.
No, you're a human. Yeah, I'm sorry.
All right, fine.
Mm-hmm. God made people look like himself. Oh, this is fun. God patterned them after himself. Male and female, he created them. So right there, he made the dudes and the ladies, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So then he said, multiply and fill the earth, blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. You can eat all the fruit on the trees, and you can eat the birds and all sorts of shit. And then on the 7th day, he was like, I'm tired. So we stopped for a while. And then... It makes me so angry. Just to collect myself for a second.
What's making you angry about it? What are you?
Because it just said he made both men and women, right? Like it literally said that. Okay.
Yeah.
So then it moves on, and it's like, okay, so there's no plants or grain or anything like that going on, even though he made them.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there's none of that now in this next chapter. We're in chapter 2 now. We just got to chapter 2.
Okay, cool.
So now there's no plants.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah.
No, but there were just plants.
Because God hadn't made rain yet.
But you just said there was water.
Yeah, but there's no plants and there's no rain.
There's no planets?
No plants.
Oh, I think you said planet.
No, yeah. I mean, we don't even get into the galaxy. Probably because the people that wrote this book didn't know there was a galaxy.
Salty Quin.
Oh God. So yeah, he makes all the. Then there's rain again. There was rain and then there was no rain and then he makes rain again.
Rain 2.
Yeah,
the sequel.
And he plants a garden.
Okay,
it's Garden of Eden. Maybe you've heard of it.
I haven't. I have. No, I have.
Okay.
I've heard of that one.
If you've gone to church, you know about this.
I know the Garden of Eden. There's no movie about it.
That's fair.
Let me say, most of my biblical experience is from movies.
So basically, all you know is that Jesus got whipped a lot, and it was very violent.
No, I didn't see that one. That one looked real sad.
It did look very sad.
I've seen the one with the coat. Joey got a new coat.
I know what you're talking about. The fucking Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat.
Yeah,
God damn it,
I've seen that one.
church.
I've seen Prince of Egypt.
Okay.
Really good time.
That was a fun movie.
I rewatched it.
There was
recently.
music in that, right? Like they sang songs and shit.
Yeah, one of the best songs in there is a fucking banger, and it's Through Heaven's Eyes, which is a really really sweet song about how like the whole idea is you stress out about dumb shit,
Okay.
but like you don't see the big picture. So you're gonna stress about like small tiny things. Like one of the lines in the song is like the opening line is a single tapestry can't see the grand design, which is like this shit is why I like religion, because stuff like that is really really cool. And like
I don't think any of that's actually in this though. I think that's just
No.
a thing that a nice person thought of.
a
and was
nice
like, hey,
person
yeah.
read this and went like, "Oh, I'm gonna make a movie with Val Kilmer as an Egyptian guy, and it's gonna be great."
Yeah.
And it was. And
I remember seeing that movie.
It's a good movie.
Yeah.
And I've also seen the greatest movie of all time, Jesus Christ Superstar, which
Did you see Jesus Christ Superstar 2?
what did you just say to me with your mouth words?
Eric Idle made a movie that was about
Oh, the Life
a
of
high school
Brian.
teacher. No.
No?
No, it was like in like the early 2000s. He made a movie. Maybe it wasn't Eric. It was the dude that looks like Eric Idle. I might be thinking of somebody else.
You might
But
be.
the point is, the premise of the movie is this guy is a shitty high school drama teacher and is going to lose funding for his program.
That was Hamlet too.
No. Yes, it was. But
It
they were
was-
doing Jesus Christ. Okay,
They were. But Jesus Christ Superstar is great.
It's a great
so
show.
good.
It is.
Did you see it live last year with fucking John Legend as Jesus Christ?
What?
Yeah. John Legend was Jesus Christ.
What?
Sarah Bareilles was Mary Magdalene. And spoiler alert, King Herod was Alice Cooper.
This all sounds great.
It was fucking awesome. The worst part of the whole thing was actually John Legend, because he doesn't do a lot of stage performances. So
I can actually see that. Like, probably wasn't very big.
wasn't big.
Yeah.
Wasn't great. He looked awesome and he
Yeah.
sang really well.
Yeah.
But like
But he wasn't like, I'm on Broadway
he
and ready
looked
to like.
a little stiff.
Yeah.
But dude, the guys who played Caiaphas and Annas were the fucking show stealers.
That's amazing.
Which is weird. You would never expect them to do that, but they were like those characters. You're like, what? But then they fucking come out, and it's like this dark skinned black guy with cornrows and this Asian dude, and they have the coolest fucking robes on I've ever seen, and they're just fucking going off on this poor Jesus dude. And it's like, man, this is okay. So yeah, my Bible knowledge is very limited to like 4 movies that I've seen.
That's fair.
Yeah,
That's
so.
fair. So I'm going to do this right now. I'm not going to like. This. So there was no rain,
No rain.
and then there was rain,
Rain 2.
and then things grew, and God made the Garden of Eden.
Okay.
And
Does
in
it
the
go into
garden,
detail? Or you're just skipping a lot of stuff. Like, is it all like, and then the grass started to grow, and grass. Okay, then they just.
God made man from the dust of the ground. It says that
Made of dust.
we're
now.
dirt people,
Dirt people.
which sounds like a really horribly racist thing to say, but is actually just the way the Bible describes all people.
I feel like this was supposed to sound prettier,
No, probably.
more poetic and
No.
beautiful, but it's just been.
I mean, English is a very harsh language in a lot of ways, so I
It
imagine
very easily can be.
Yeah, so I imagine that like when it was originally written, it was like a beautiful thing about like the soul of the earth and like it filling this creature, but now no, it's just like we're dirt people.
Yeah, you come from dirt. Fuck you. You made of dirt.
And then so he makes people out of dirt, and then he makes the Garden of Eden, and he put. It says he placed the man that he had created in the Garden of Eden, so I don't know if it's supposed to be like he picked him up by his little collar and it was just like, boop, you're there now.
like in Willy Wonka,
Yeah.
when he picks up Mike TV.
I don't know if that's how it's supposed to be, but that's how
Mom.
it says it.
I'm on TV.
And all the freeze?
Freest?
No, all the beautiful trees. I just fucked up my words.
Okay, all the beautiful trees.
Produce delicious fruit. In the center of the garden, he placed the tree of life and the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. This is where it gets juicy.
Okay, like the fruit.
Yeah.
Like a lychee berry.
Like a lychee berry from earlier, if you remember.
Callbacks.
So yeah, God makes people out of dirt, and then he picks up Adam and throws him in the garden. And then he puts the two trees at the middle of the garden because it's cool to have a centerpiece.
I mean, you gotta make it look nice.
Yeah, you know, I almost said kimchi. The one where things in your house make energy.
Spark Joy.
No.
That's her name. It's Spark Joy. Does this spark joy?
No.
What?
It's the thing.
feng shui?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, not
yes.
not kimchi. Not cabbage.
Nah. Feng shui. Kimchi.
So it goes into a significant amount of detail about how there's like gold and different stones and stuff found in and around the area of the Garden of Eden.
Okay.
And I don't know why. Like, I don't know if it's supposed to be like an El Dorado type thing where they're like, this is a magical land, you can find like all the gold.
I think it's like as far as like story writing goes, you gotta like bring as many people in.
Right, world build.
So you get the people who like. I mean, especially because this is an old book.
Very old.
This is like one of the older ones.
One of the older books. Not the oldest. By a long shot.
No, I mean, maybe. I don't fucking know about books. Is it like the oldest book?
I think just about, yeah.
I like asking these like very plain questions that like everyone's like, come on, you know the Bible. Actually, I don't know if it's the oldest book. Like
I really don't. Like, I'm assuming.
Those are my favorite kinds of questions. Yeah, so we're just gonna assume the Bible's the oldest book ever.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And so I forget what I was gonna say again. I really need to stop smoking so much weed. Oh my god!
I'm seeing it happen right now. Up until this point, I was like, I'm sure you're fine.
No,
Well,
I am not okay.
Maybe. The reason I brought you here today.
Please help me.
I don't have an intervention sign to hang up, but you know, this is an intervention.
Who has the time?
I don't know.
Ugh. You gotta make it too.
Yeah, and it's gotta be big. It can't be like a single sheet of like 8.5 by 11 paper.
No.
That'd be more insulting than letting the person drink themselves to death, honestly.
Hey, what's up? Intervention.
Yeah, just
Okay, fine, whatever.
Yeah.
We're gonna keep watching.
Well, made a
Seinfeld,
couple
it's fine.
note cards.
Yeah, it's just like
just go through.
can't read this one, so I'm gonna skip it.
I was pretty drunk when I wrote this.
Oh my god, I keep forgetting shit. Okay, I'm sorry.
Don't apologize.
I'm just like having a revelation. I was like, oh my god, I'm ruining my life.
Well, I wouldn't say that. So we're getting to an important part.
Oh shit,
Yeah.
it's going down now.
Yeah, this is a plot point.
Do we have to get on the mic like this?
I just want to do it because that'd be funny.
no, it's dramatic. I like it. It's kind of sensual.
Yeah. I think I'm just peeking the fuck out of the microphone right now.
Probably.
So, God placed man in the Garden of Eden to tend to it and care for it. And he said, "You may eat freely of any fruit in the garden, except the fruit from the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. If you eat of its fruit, you will surely die."
Okay, I'm not going near that fucking tree.
But why is the tree even there?
I don't know.
Isn't it like the dickishest move in the world?
I mean, it's up until that point, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like
It's been 6 days. This is the dickiest thing anybody's done. It's such bullshit. Why is it even... Why did he make it?
why? Why did he make it? Oh man, you know what? Man, fuck, man, shit. You know what I'm saying? Man, like fuck, man, shit. Fuck. You know, be like, shit, man, fuck. You know, man, fuck. I don't know. Fuck. I don't know why. But I don't know a lot of things.
That's fair.
Magnets.
How do they work?
How do they work though?
Do you want to get our face paint?
No.
Okay.
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
Yes, I do. Desperately. Later. We're busy.
So the bullet point of that is I'm furious that tree exists to begin with.
Okay. So you're mad at the tree.
I'm mad at God.
You're mad at the God.
Yeah.
But the tree's okay.
I mean, the tree didn't do anything.
Yet.
It's a came up as a tree. It's not like it's gonna fucking walk up to Adam when he's drunk and be like, "Hey, babe, I know you're kind of you're in some other shit. Like, you want to come over here like this way?
Come on.
It's a tree.
Come on.
That's it.
What kind of tree do you think it was? Like, in your mind, when you picture this tree.
Well, I was always told it was an apple, right? So I just imagine like a big bushy apple tree.
That's so anticlimactic.
It is.
I don't know how they found apple.
I don't think they did. I think that white people found this book and were like, you know how we like apples?
I love apples.
What if those were the ones that are here?
Oh, I like golden delicious apples. Though.
It was
Couldn't
a golden
be?
delicious.
It was definitely.
I think. Well, it was a god tree, so I think it might have been half golden delicious and half Granny Smith.
I hate Granny Smith. I'm going to kill you for 1,000 years now. I would be so much
Crusades.
more. And there it is. And then someone's dying breath was, actually, Granny Smiths are better for apple pies. The war was over after that.
Yeah.
Like, shit, you're right. We do need
God
those.
damn, we need both of them.
Yeah, apple pies are great.
This is my favorite part of the entire book of Genesis.
This is it coming up?
This is it coming
Okay.
up right here.
All right.
And it's because of the implication.
Okay. Imply it away.
God said, "It is not good for man to be alone. I will make a companion who will help him." So the Lord God formed from the soil every kind of animal and bird. He brought them to Adam to see what he would call them. Adam chose a name for each one. He gave names to the livestock and all the other, just, doing all the shit.
That sounds like a great time.
It does. It gets weird.
Okay. I'm nervous.
There were still no suitable companions for Adam.
Oh, man.
So the Lord God caused Adam to fall into a deep sleep and took one of Adam's ribs, closed up the place from which he had taken it. Then the Lord God made a woman from the rib and brought her to Adam.
So we got to talk about all that now, don't we? There's a lot to unpack.
How'd that conversation go?
Oh, which conversation, Quinn?
The one where Adam goes to God and he's like, "Hey God, so just checking in. I was hanging out with the animals and doing, the stuff that you asked me to do. All the stuff that you asked me to do.
I fucked every animal you could possibly imagine.
And none of them are good.
Fucked them all.
I need something to fuck.
I fucked every animal.
And none of them liked it.
I kissed some
I
of
got
them.
kicked by a horse in the dick. The cat, that's a cat, by the way, scratched the shit out of my balls.
Oh, dude. Dog. Fuck that one, too.
He was weirdly cool with it.
Didn't seem to love it, didn't seem to hate it.
He just kind of was there. He was present.
Gave me a look that said he was sad, but I blatantly ignored it.
Yeah, and just...
So, wow. Mm-hmm. That is a whole lot of information.
Uh-huh.
Really just snuck in.
Uh-huh.
And then kind of ignored by, a lot of Christians.
Well, yeah, because it's prefaced by, 6 paragraphs, and then really quick, she's like, none of them were good companions, move on.
Because it mentioned the naming part.
It did.
So it's like, oh, he was naming them.
Right.
This one's
But
named
he was
Susie, and I love her. Also, this is fun because it's like you can imagine how much time it just says the 7 days and then boom, Eden and apple, snake, blah.
Yeah.
But this is this could have been because it doesn't really specify. God is hanging out with Adam. He could have made Adam immortal, especially if he's getting kicked in the dick by horses all the time. He's got to just put it back together.
Yeah.
So it could have been years, centuries, even, of Adam fucking animals.
Everything.
He was in the ocean for a minute, definitely.
He had to name the blue whale.
He had to name the dolphin.
Yeah.
Had to name a zebrafish.
Uh-huh.
Had to name he had to name a sea urchin.
That one hurt.
Yeah. Yeah, do. Sea urchins have names, though, don't they?
Because Adam was committed to his job. I don't love this work, but I care about it.
Who else is going to do it?
No one. Well, literally no one, because he's the only one.
You think a goat's going to fuck a cat? No.
No.
Adam's going to fuck them both. What a groovy time for Adam.
Right?
Which is so weird to me, right? Is like they do say that. That is in the Bible.
Yeah, uh-huh.
When we're reading the Bible.
I will point it out. You can read it yourself if you want to double check.
Okay. What I'm getting at is so that wasn't a sin yet.
Apparently not.
It became a sin.
Well, no, because they couldn't sin yet. There was no sin because they didn't know the difference between good and evil. Hence the tree.
Oh,
yeah.
That doesn't make any sense.
Does any of this make sense?
I want to say, like, it's a good story, right? Like, so far, this is like an interesting story, and I'm like actually intrigued. But it's like, oh, so you eat from the tree, and then you get out. Sure, whatever. I don't know how this universe works, but it's our universe, and that's not how things work. This isn't like fucking anime where you're like, oh, they're ninjas, and he can do that because ninjas have superpowers. In
right?
this.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
He has sand powers, and he's also kind of made of sand. What I don't fine, whatever.
It's fine. It's fine.
Everyone else is okay with it. And then you meet someone else who's like the same way, and you're like, oh, okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
Whatever. Okay, cool. They're all cool with it. It happens. That doesn't happen
where
we live.
No. In the actual world that this book is about, that doesn't happen. No.
And it's like, man, fuck, man. Shit. This is okay. So this is to get like a little deep, a little like philosophical and theological.
Let's do
it. Theology, dude.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Theo. Bill Cosby's a monster. So like, I believe in life, there's always chances for redemption. There's always chances to make up for the things you've done. Okay. And so because I grew, I did I show you? I had dreadlocks for 8 years.
Okay. And you're making up for that?
No. Well, no, because I'm not all white, so it's fine.
Fair.
But actually, one of the lessons I learned from growing dreadlocks is I grew them out for a year and they weren't taken care of, and so it looked like a rat's nest basically on my head. And then I met someone and they did my hair, and I was obsessed from that point on keeping them looking nice and keeping them like well kept and washing them and taking care of them. And I wanted them to look good and not be disgusting because like the whole perception is that you can't wash dreadlocks when that's 100% untrue.
I literally thought that the other day. I was like, that's so weird.
It's very weird because I had them for almost a decade and I got questions like 2-3 times a day where people are like, do you wash them? And that is, first of all, makes you look very stupid. Second of all, an incredibly rude question to ask any person ever.
Do you clean yourself?
When's the last time you bathed?
You look like the kind of person that doesn't.
You look very dirty.
Yeah.
I was just like, it was stupid. People are very dumb.
Yes.
So many people are so stupid. But like one of the lessons I learned after I was like so worried about taking care of them for like within the second year I had them, is I kept calling that girl like every week and just making sure they were good and like sending her pictures. And after, she was so nice and generous and patient. But after a certain point, she just said, look, man, anything you fuck up cannot be unfucked up. And that was 100% true. If like I went swimming and stayed underwater too long, or like got conditioner in my hair, or like something started to like fall out, I could always fix it.
Right.
And I believe that to be a core tenet of life in general. Like, yeah, you can fuck up, but you can always fix something. And it's not always the same way. Like if you hurt someone's feelings and they tell you to leave them alone, a way to fix that is by leaving them alone. And I think that eating from the tree of knowledge of good and evil, no action should ever be unforgivable.
That's a beautiful way to look at it.
With the right mentality. Like
not the way this book looks at it.
Okay. Yeah, no, obviously not.
No, we're still paying for it. We'll get to the punishment.
What?
Uh-huh.
We're not done?
No, we'll never be done.
Oh, man, that sounds exhausting.
We've been paid for it every month.
Women are so strong. Wait, what?
Uh-huh.
No.
Yeah.
What? Mm-hmm. I'm sorry?
Uh-huh.
That's no.
Wow.
Nah.
Uh-huh.
Women get periods because apples? Not lychee berries.
We have made horrible mistakes in the marketing of this product. Lychee berries will no longer be associated with the Garden of Eden. We are very sorry.
Oh, I apologize. That was a mistake. I did not see this coming.
That's this whole book.
Is just punishing women because
Well, I mean that too, yeah. Yeah, most of it. So yeah, after Adam fucks all the shit,
Fucks everything.
God makes a woman, and Adam exclaims, "At last, a vagina that's for me."
We're gonna ignore the part where he already made men and women, and just talk about Adam sitting alone at night by himself, just like, I wish I had a partner with udders, but like on a person body, and like a vagina of a goat, but on a
And
person
Eve just has her
body.
back on him, like, this motherfucker. I swear to God, I'm right here.
Oh, hey, I forgot you were here.
I have to go out to the barn.
I gotta go not fuck every animal again.
Another hard day of naming animals. No, it's been a minute since you and I have been intimate.
You already named all the animals.
There's more.
I found
There's got to be more. God made so many.
Okay, so they're just hanging out now.
They're just hanging
Adam
out
and
now.
Eve just hanging out.
Adam's super stoked because he found a good vagina finally.
At last, Etta James. God's like, dude, you know that song? It's gonna be a hit.
It's gonna be
like,
so good in like 3,000 years.
oh, it's gonna be great.
Oh god. Oh, she's called woman because she came from the rib of the man.
That's just lazy writing.
yeah.
Come on, man.
And because woe doesn't mean bone.
It doesn't.
No.
No.
I don't think in any language. I only know one, but I'm assuming all languages woe doesn't mean bone. Oh, this is another weird one. So, she'll be called woman because she was taken out of a man. This explains why a man leaves his father and mother and is joined to his wife, and the two are united into one.
That feels very specific to someone's life.
Uh-huh.
Like someone wrote this Bible and was like, "See, Karen, you just wrote that, Fred. Like you can't do that."
No, I found these in a pot. These tablets in a pot.
Found them in a
This
pot,
story.
huh?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Where was it? What was this?
I was walking the goats, naming them, and I fell through a hole in the ground, and I found some pots with some scrolls in them.
I'm gonna call you Larry.
Oh, also Adam and his wife.
Oh,
His wife.
not gonna take her out on some dates?
Nope.
Also technically sister.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Just laying the groundwork.
Yeah.
I can't wait till we get to Sodom and Gomorrah.
Oh man.
They were both naked and none of them were ashamed.
Cool.
Yeah.
Neat.
Because you shouldn't be.
Sounds all right.
Because it's just a dick.
Just a dick. Just swinging. It's
Yeah,
it's
just some boobs.
It's like a knee.
Yeah.
We all got them.
I think you should go to a doctor.
What?
The fact that your dick looks like a knee.
I mean, it doesn't look like it, but it's like similar.
I'm just saying, like, I can edit this part out, but you might want to go to a doctor.
Okay, I definitely. Do you have a guy? Because I need to.
No, I don't.
Can I show you what it looks like?
Yeah, just not.
Show me yours, and then we'll
I
compare.
want to make sure.
Just whip it out. Like, that is a kneecap. Why is that? So it's always been like that.
God damn it.
Not yet. This is still the beginning.
Yeah, no, we got like 6 verses before he damns anything. Mm-hmm. Oh, the serpent was very shrewd, this says. And this just cuts in a weird spot. Like, it opens with the snake just goes, really? It's the first thing. Snake goes to Eve and just goes, really? God said you can't eat that?
Poor editing.
Poor editing.
It's not
and
a-
structure. It's just bad across the board. And Eve is like, yeah, no, we can't eat the fruit. And the snake's like, fucking why? And Eve's like, well, because it's going to kill us. And the
Does it
snake-
say snake?
It says serpent.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it was a Jew then.
Yeah.
So much
This guy-
racism in
this
this
guy
book.
gets it.
I don't.
Yeah. And none of
'cause-
it is added by us.
No, like you never know with this shit, man, because people were fucking awful
No, that's valid.
back in the
That's
day.
true.
Like
That's
you
100%
just,
true, yeah.
I mean, still, people are still awful.
Yeah.
Fuck, man, I love the Jewish people. They're great.
Yeah. They're very nice people.
Yeah, they're great.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
They have lovely hair.
They do. I like the curls.
They look
I watched a
good.
documentary on Hasidic Jews.
It was
They're
terrifying.
insane.
Yeah, they are. Mm-hmm. I watched that one too. One of Us, right?
Yeah.
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 Mm-hmm.
God damn.
I have a lot of feelings about the Amish people as well. We don't have to get into that.
Yeah.
I hate them.
Really?
I hate them.
Really?
I hate the Amish. I think they're bad people.
Really?
Yeah. I grew up around the Amish people.
Okay.
And not all of them. But I grew up in southeastern Pennsylvania.
Yeah, because you're from... Yeah, okay.
And the Amish community there was very prevalent. And I grew up around them, but I didn't really meet a lot of them. But you talk to them in passing. They have stores and stuff where you can go in and buy food. And they make really, really good food. But then, like, you learn about them from, like, hearsay and shit. And, like, a lot of this stuff, I don't know. But I also went to a couple of their farms and, like, rescued a couple cats or whatever.
Uh-huh.
And they treat their animals terribly.
Okay.
They don't believe in electricity, but they use it when it's not distracting them from family or God. So family and God are the highest things.
Right.
And they don't bathe very often because they don't, I mean, they're gross. I mean, it's not like, nothing about like water or power or anything like that. They might have running water. I don't know. I never really hung out with them. They probably do. But like, they all, like, I hung out with, I go to the stores and they smell fucking bad. Their feet are disgusting.
So weird.
It's gross, man. The kids are working, which is like, that's not bad, but you never know.
Yeah.
And it's like,
yeah.
And they treat their horses terribly because the fucking horses should not be on the road like that.
Right.
And that's their main source of transportation.
Yeah.
Unless they have a minivan for work purposes only. We also have a cell phone that's only for work purposes. It's like fucking the poop hole loophole, but for Amish people is just like having a cell phone. And the horses, they starve them. They don't treat their coats properly. They don't take care of them. They don't nurture them. They just feed them. And their hooves should not be on asphalt, especially in the summertime with hot asphalt. It's basically like a weird form of torture where it like gets them from place A to place B. Also, and this is, I don't know if this is true. This is me just like putting two and two together.
Okay.
Their houses in the community like closest to them, each person's house can be a church. So they'll have like, let's say 10 people in the community.
Yeah.
10 families.
Yeah.
And over 10 weeks, they'll go to
Like
family to
family,
family,
okay.
family house. Yeah. So it's like, oh, this week we'll go to family A's house. And
Yeah.
then next week is family B and then
Yeah.
C. And they just do that in cycles. So technically their houses are considered places of worship. So they probably don't have to pay taxes on those. So good for them for robbing the government.
Yeah.
But also they're it's like you're not helping anybody out. And when they shun people, you do the whole Rumspringa thing.
Yeah.
You come back and then you decide if you want to live in the Amish world
or
the
never see your family again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, I want to live in the English world because that's what they call us.
Yeah.
We're the English.
We're the English.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Makes
they
perfect
leave-
sense.
You know, we speak English, and they
So
speak,
do they.
Yeah, but their accents are fucked.
Yeah, that is true.
They sound
that is true. They
weird.
sound weird as shit.
They sound like if a German person had got punched, lost all their teeth, and then forgot how to speak German. That's what they sound like.
Amazing.
And so yeah, they shun. You never get to see them ever again. So
Yeah.
any support at all,
Is
you just
totally
get
cut off.
banished. So then
Well,
all
it's the
these,
same thing as the Hasidic Jew community then. Like, I
Right.
mean, it's just...
That's why it reminded me of that because
Yeah.
then these kids leave and they get like in the documentary where they get addicted to drugs.
Yeah.
Or they becoming cross-punk traveling kids. and
Right.
they just try to live life. And
Yeah.
then they die when they're like 22.
Because they have no life skills whatsoever.
at all.
That's fucked
It's
up.
a weird cult where they're groomed to not live anywhere else but in this weird cult.
I'd like to take this moment to say hashtag fuck all religions.
Okay. That's a bit extreme for me personally.
All organized religions.
The organized thing.
Yeah.
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 'Cause it's
Believe whatever you want.
Yeah, but just like, don't be a fucking
Prick about
dick
it.
about
Yeah.
it. Don't molest kids.
Yeah.
Don't.
Well-
fucking- Sorry. It's gonna cover all the bases and do a thing with like the Catholics molest, the Hasidic Jews they shun their people.
Oh, the
same
Hasidic
with
Jews molest babies too.
Oh man,
Yeah, they circumcise the babies and then suck the blood off the penis.
I have heard of that.
And also they bang little boys in their bathhouses.
This is all bad stuff.
Mm-hmm.
They could just not do that.
Uh-huh.
But it's not even religion's fault because they're just
Yeah, no, it has nothing to do with the things they believe. It's just shitty people using the power they've been given to do shitty things.
yeah, or like trying to find ways to get power to do shitty
Yeah.
things. Yeah. Anyway,
Uh-huh.
let's not talk about this stuff anymore.
'Kay.
It's sad.
It's very sad.
Back to the Bible.
Back to the funny stuff.
Yes, let's get back into it. That was a weird.
It was a good tangent though.
It was good,
You know,
but
we'll probably edit all
I'm
of it
a
out,
little
but it's fine.
sad.
You know. So the serpent says, "You won't die if you eat the apple." Because then he was like, "Why can't you eat the apple?" And Eve's like, "If we touch it or look at it or breathe on it or think about it, we'll die." And the snake's like, "Nah."
Cool. See that apple then.
Yeah.
I'm on her side.
Right?
Like, why not?
But see, the serpent says, "God knows that your eyes will be opened if you eat it. You will become just like God, knowing everything, both good and evil." So basically, they were children. They like literally didn't know what bad things were, which also begs the question: could they do bad things, or were they incapable of doing bad things?
It's kind of like the law. You can't get arrested for breaking a law if you can prove that you did not know the law was illegal.
Okay, so they were just normal people, but they didn't know what was bad.
Yeah.
So that makes God even a bigger dick, because he made these people who were very capable of doing shitty things, but could just be like, "I didn't know."
Adam fucked every animal.
Every animal.
Everyone.
Every single one.
And guess what? I mean, I haven't tried to fuck any animals.
Fire
I'm
ants
gonna-
must have been a bitch.
I'm gonna. Oh God. Or maybe that was his thing. Just shoved his dick down an anthill. Just That's that.
So warm and dry.
Just painful. But you can't just fuck an animal. You have to rape an animal. So he did a lot of
A lot of rape, yeah.
lot of rape. He raped the world. The man who raped the world.
Oh, God damn it. Apparently, I'm going to read this verbatim. God knows that your eyes will be open when you eat it. You'll become just like God, knowing everything, both good and evil. The woman was convinced.
I mean, I don't want to be that guy, but I would also be convinced.
No, I'm sure we all would. It has nothing to do with her. It has to do with just like sound logic. Let's go for it.
No question, just like, no, you'll become God. Cool.
Yep.
Let's do it.
So they do it. Not Adam and not even the snake.
Eve's not fucking no animals.
No.
I feel kind of bad for
I know.
Eve. Adam got to have all the fun.
All the fun before she even showed up.
Yeah.
Or maybe while she was there, depending on which part.
I'm confused about
know
that.
you should
the,
be.
The timeline's all off.
It's very. That was the prologue they wrote, and then they started over and didn't remember to delete it.
It's like in Homecoming when they put the 8 years later thing. You're like, oh, come on, man, you fucked with the whole timeline of the MCU. This is all confusing now. Except for, side note, that was actually accurate because Homecoming took place in 2017 and the Avengers originally took place in 2009. It was supposed to take place very shortly after Iron Man 2, which took place very shortly after Iron Man 1 because of Nick Fury's big week, which people talked about in 2008, but people forgot about in 2019, which is fine. But like, we need to acknowledge Nick Fury's big week, where Iron Man 1, Iron Man 2, Incredible Hulk, Thor, and I think there's one more. No, those 4 movies happened within a week or so of each other.
That's amazing. I didn't know that.
Yeah,
That's fantastic.
It was like a canon thing. And then Sony was like, oh, this took place in 2009. Well, 8 years later, in 2017. And then everyone's like, no, this is fucking stupid. I hate it. It's dumb. Avengers came out in 2012. It's like, you guys, I've been balls deep in the MCU since it came out.
Also, can we just stop bitching about really small things when like you're suspending your disbelief enough to believe that alien gods, a man smart enough to invent an entire robot army, a guy who's powerful with a bow and arrow, a lady who has the... I'm taking a stand. This is really important.
I'm listening.
Black Widow
Yeah.
is not a shitty superhero.
No. She's
the
single greatest spy in the entire world.
And she has an altered form of the super soldier serum.
Mm-hmm. The Russian
That
version.
Steve Rogers, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why she doesn't get murdered. And it's never been brought up in...
Wait, did they say that in the movies? Or
No, that's comic book canon.
Yeah, but the comic book canon isn't always accurate to the movies. Like, Hawkeye's deaf in the comics.
No, I know. And that's a weird thing. But, like,
It is a weird thing.
Everybody's been bitching forever that she's like, all she has is spandex and a gun.
Yeah, but she's, like, really good with them.
Yeah, but, like, there's a reason that she can, like, not get her arms ripped off in that scene when she jumps up and grabs the super speeder in the first Avengers.
Mm-hmm.
And it's because she's Captain America. She's Captain Russia.
Captain Russia.
I don't know. That just makes me really
No,
angry.
I
when
get
nobody
it.
talks
Though.
about that.
People are dumb. People are just stupid.
People are the
Just like
worst.
fucking let her be in the Avengers, man. Who else is going to be in the? You want the Wasp? I do want the Wasp. Yeah, fuck, never mind.
Yeah.
You want like Claire?
No.
No, you want Natasha Romanoff.
Yeah.
You don't want Claire. Hey guys, I'm Claire. I am.
Hi, Claire.
Hey, it's cool to be here.
Yeah. Thanks for having us.
Peace.
So she was convinced immediately.
Yeah,
And she ate the thing.
the woman was convinced.
Yeah. And then she ate some of the fruit and she gave it to her husband who was with her. So it doesn't make...
This is the way a 5-year-old tells the story. I love this. And the serpent, and then the serpent said, "Well, you can eat from the tree because then God, you'll be God." And the woman was convinced, and she ate the apple. And then her husband, she gave it to her husband, and the husband was there. It's like, okay, all right.
So apparently he was there for all of it. So he eats it. And at that moment, their eyes were opened and they felt ashamed that they were naked.
That's the first
It's the
thing.
first thing that happens. And so they make fucking fig leaf clothes. And then they heard God walking around the garden.
He's just hanging out.
He's just walking through.
He's like sitting on a park bench somewhere.
And he's like, "Sup, guys, where are you?" And they're like, "Over here." And he's like, "Why?" And they're like, "No reason." He's like, "You should come out." And they're like,
You guys sound like you have knowledge of good and evil.
And they're like, "We hid because we were naked." And God's like, "Who told you were naked?"
So God's kind of a perv.
Yeah. You weren't supposed to know that I can see your bits. That was just for me and you, but not you.
I'm sorry that I can't move past this, but I think God wanted to watch Adam fuck every animal. I can't get past that part because they really got past it, and I refuse. I'm gonna die on this hill where Adam fucked every animal in Bible canon, and God was like, "Yeah." I don't blame Adam at all now.
No.
He had no knowledge.
Yeah.
God made a tree of it so he could just like
Yeah.
unburden himself
Right,
and just
yeah.
just
Just dumped all his knowledge into the tree.
yeah. I think maybe and
Was
like
oh shit, was that like Dumbledore's fucking God, why can't I remember? I love those books.
pensive.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he still kept the knowledge. Like he still had the memory,
Right.
But he can put it somewhere else.
Right. But like he kept them in little jars and stuff.
Well,
like if
he
didn't-
had them in jars, but
Yeah.
he still remembered the stuff.
Right, yeah.
So like,
but like maybe
because you'd have to remember what was in the jar in order to remember to put it. Like,
otherwise it'd just be Morty's mind blowers.
yeah, it'd be exactly. So, man, this is gonna be real weird for people who aren't huge nerds.
I mean, I think that's the only type of person that would actually be interested in watching this.
Yeah, that's fair.
You know?
Keep making references to Iron Man and Rick and Morty. It's just I'm not about it. I don't know.
So they ate the fruit, and God says, "How could you do such a thing?" And the lady goes, "The serpent tricked me."
Wow. Okay.
It's the shittiest trick ever. You want to do this? Uh-huh.
Hey, you should do this thing. Okay. Oh no, I was fooled. Also, way to throw the fucking snake under the bus, man.
Right?
Take some accountability, Eve.
No,
Women.
she's just the woman.
They haven't named her?
No, she's just the woman.
Damn, Bob,
Yeah,
that's
I know.
fucked up.
Fucking shit.
The woman. Oh, that's so gross to say.
So God goes to the serpent because he just believed her. Fucking carte blanche. Okay, cool.
But now you have knowledge
tricked.
of good and evil, and you know that lying is bad. So you could have just
She don't give a shit.
Yeah, no.
Fuck that snake.
Fuck that snake, man. That one snake? Aren't there more snakes?
No, it's all the snakes now. See, check this out. So then God says, because you've done this, you will be punished. You are singled out from all the domestic and wild animals of the whole earth to be cursed. You will grovel in the dust as long as you live, crawling along on your belly. From now on, you and the woman will be enemies, and your offspring and her offspring will be enemies. He will crush your head and you will strike his heel.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
That's a little cool.
To be fair,
Yeah.
just in, not really in defense of God, but just like as an observational thing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really see snakes and people being super best friends.
No, I do think it's really weird when like anybody has a snake as a pet.
Yeah.
That makes me a little
But
uncomfortable.
even like the bitey ones,
Mhm.
like I don't really see a world where the fucking angry syringe mouthed snake is just gonna be like, we're best friends. I'll never hurt you.
No, that wasn't
You
gonna
know,
happen in the first place.
yeah.
Yeah, no.
Especially after Adam fucked it.
Right?
They could have been best friends before, because he face fucked that thing.
I thought it would be more like he just wrapped around the dick.
Oh no,
Maybe they were friends.
no
then.
penetration,
Full
no,
on.
full penetration. Adam fully penetrated every living animal 2020.
All right. Just gotta accept that, don't I?
I mean, you don't have to. It's basically exactly what the book said, but whatever.
No, you're right. But this is the Bible. I gotta take it as law.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. So if she tries to teach you anything, you can kill her.
Neat,
Yeah.
dude. Being a guy is awesome.
Prefer if you didn't, but
Fair.
legally you could.
Fucking A. She tried to teach me stuff, so I stabbed her. Case closed. He's innocent. I mean, he's guilty of stabbing her, but he's innocent of like, you know. What I'm saying.
Yeah.
Fucking killed her.
Yeah.
But it's cool.
Yeah. Then God goes to the woman and says, "You will bear children with intense pain and suffering, and though your desires will be for your husband, he will be your master." That makes no sense.
What? That's bad. That's a lot of. That's intense.
That's a super, super intense.
That's wow, man. You
Yeah.
were fucking
Uh-huh.
here. Okay, so no, but I see what you're saying. Even though you're a woman, so your brain is smaller. This is what the Bible's saying, not me. You're a woman, your brain's smaller. All you want to do is give men what they want. However, he's in charge of you. That seems like, yeah, that's what I wanted.
Yeah.
You just, I mean, in the Bible,
Right.
not in real life.
Right.
But it's like,
Yeah.
there's got to be like a mistranslation or something.
Let's see. There's an asterisk. Let's read the asterisk. Oh. The translation. It's the asterisk. I'll put this on the screen or something. I don't know. Though you may desire to control your husband, you will be under his control.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Way worse.
Yeah, that's way meaner.
Clearer, but
Yeah.
way worse.
Yes. Makes a lot more sense, but also, fuck, man.
Right?
Wow.
Yeah. Also, Adam. I love this part. Because you listened to your wife
Oh, man. That is.
and ate the fruits that I told you not to eat, I have placed a curse on the ground. All your life you will struggle to scratch a living from it. It will grow thorns and thistles for you, though you will eat of its grains. All of your life you will sweat to produce food until your dying day. Then you will return to the ground from which you came.
So we work and struggle to survive because, man, it's fucked up. Dude.
Uh-huh.
Is that just... I got lots of thoughts and feelings about...
I mean, we're going to stop after this chat. We got like another like paragraph-ish. We can kind of do a roundup
Okay.
and get to the other thoughts.
Okay, yeah. Should have brought a notebook.
Should have.
Yeah.
Next week.
Next week.
Then Adam named his wife Eve because she would be the mother of all people everywhere.
Sure.
Yeah.
I mean,
At
why
this
start
point-
questioning? I get it, dude. You're like, why start questioning things now? I'm already...
And we're 3 chapters in of...
I feel like I'm learning stuff,
I know.
but not not the stuff I'm supposed to be learning.
No, yeah, no, absolutely not. We're in no way, shape, or form converting you, but you're knowing the words.
I'm no closer to being a full-fledged Christian, but I am understanding a lot about things.
Then God made him clothes.
Cool. Like, what are they wearing, though?
It says clothing for animal skins.
Motherfucker. You just went ahead.
That cow had the worst life.
Okay. So, in my mind...
Because it never, at no point in his does it say, like, the next day. So Adam was banging everything for however long it takes to fuck every animal on Earth. Mm-hmm. Then immediately God was like, oh, shit. It took me longer to realize this than I should have, but they're fucking the wrong shit.
He's watching cows fuck cows and sheep fuck sheep, and he's like, I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Can't think of what... Winnie the Pooh style. Think. So wait, real quick. Motherfucker Apple. Motherfucking periods and babies and shit to punish women. And then motherfucking you listen to a woman. All right? So you're gonna work and you're gonna work and you're gonna slave away. And then you know what else? I'm gonna kill this fucking cow and you're gonna wear shoes.
Because God's not a total monster.
I'm having a good time. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna punish you, but you're gonna look good while I do it.
Yeah.
This is ridiculous.
Yes, I know.
How did this catch on?
I don't know.
Wow.
Yeah.
People were upset when this, like, before this came out. People must have been upset.
We're getting to my second favorite part right here.
Here we go. Let's get into it.
Then the Lord God said, the people have become as we are, knowing everything, both good and evil. What if they eat the fruit of the tree of life? Then they'll live forever!
God, you inconsistent as fuck, my dude. Like, get your shit, get it together, figure it out. What you doing? What are you doing? So after all that...
I like to imagine that the two trees were right next to each other, so Eve could have just fucked up and eaten the live forever tree.
It's like when someone's from North Dakota and you keep saying they're from South Dakota. And like, dude, I'm obviously from North Dakota. You're like, I'm sorry, I just keep telling myself that, like, in my head, you know, that you're from North Dakota, so don't say South Dakota. But then I always say South Dakota because I'm thinking about South Dakota so much. She's like, I meant to eat from the tree of life, but I kept thinking, don't eat from the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. Don't eat from the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. Don't do it. And then what do I know?
You wind up eating the wrong fruit.
Every time.
And now you have periods.
And painful birthing. And we're in those times, like when this Bible was written like 20 years ago or so, women didn't have medicine, so
they
could
bit sticks.
They could just fucking die from childbirth. That's not cool.
Yeah, you just bit on a piece of wood and just went, oh, and then hoped you didn't die.
That was medicine like 100 years ago. Like
I know.
In the First World War, they're like...
Yeah, did you ever watch The Nick?
No.
It's a great show.
I did. I had to stop because I was very disturbed.
That's understanding.
Yeah, no, it was like the first episode.
Yeah.
I think after like the opening surgery where they show like what medicine was like.
You didn't get to the part where he shot coke into his dick vein?
What?
Yeah.
What the fuck did you just say to me with your mouth voice?
There's a point that he blows out all of the veins in his body so bad that he can't get the cocaine into him.
Is this in a real TV show?
Yeah.
I have to watch this show.
Yeah, so then he shoots coke into the big vein in his dick because it's the only vein he can find, and then he rubs cocaine all over a lady's vagina, and then she becomes addicted to cocaine.
I'm going to ask the obvious question. Do they show all of that?
I mean,
or
it's
is it
not,
like inferred?
I mean, they're in bed, and he's like, on her lady bits, like, you know.
It's good enough for me.
Yeah.
I'm in.
Right, no. I
Sounds
mean,
disgustingly weird.
Uh-huh.
Sounds scarring.
It's really upsetting.
Sounds like I'll get nightmares from it.
Yeah, no, he emotionally and physically destroys a really innocent person. But it's a great emotional journey. as a viewer.
For me.
Uh-huh.
And the fact that it probably didn't happen to someone in real life.
I'm positive it happened to several people in real life.
But not like while they were making the show.
No.
Like Clive Owen was just a gentleman the whole time.
I'm sure he was a charming, beautiful human being who never did anything wrong. Anything else good in here? Oh, yeah. God kicks him out of the garden, which apparently was not the original plan. Like, he was going to torture them by making them have to work super hard to grow shit, but they could have stayed in the garden where it was, like, kind of safe-ish. But then he went, fuck, I made the eternal life tree, which he had forgotten about, apparently. And then he was like, oh, I'm sorry,
he's been
you guys.
busy. He's making a lot of stuff.
Yeah, so then he had to kick him out of the garden, too.
Is there any,
Because they couldn't have, because he couldn't have just, like, moved the tree.
No, in your religious upbringing, was there any talks or any mentions of where people thought, or discussions, I guess is the right word, discussions on where people thought that the Garden of Eden is? Where it could have been.
Yeah, so kind of.
Okay.
Pretty much everybody's guess was somewhere in the Middle East.
Yeah, that's lazy.
Uh-huh.
You don't want to, like... That's what I don't like about religion. The lack of imagination on the individual.
And also the lack of willingness to at least try to find some of this shit.
Yeah.
Like, it theoretically still exists. Like, it doesn't say, I mean, you know, whatever. But actually, no. Let's get to one more thing, and then we'll come back to this.
Okay.
So he kicks them out to go do their punishments forever. And after banishing them from the garden, the Lord God stationed mighty angelic beings to the east of Eden.
Cool.
And a flaming sword flashed back and forth, guarding the way to the tree of life.
Yeah, that sounds fucking rock and roll, man.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that sounds real
Yeah,
cool.
so he gave angels fire swords and said, fuck people up if they try to come here.
So it's probably not real then, because, I mean...
We would have found flaming
Just
sword angels.
Yeah, just an angel waving a flame... Yeah. Ah, no! This is the no-no land!
God damn it.
But... God, dude, where do you fucking start? Legit, 3 pages in.
Yeah.
And I am, honest to God, having a hard time coming up with questions and stuff.
Not even 3 full pages. Like 2 1/3.
God, wow.
Yeah.
Woo!
Yeah.
Man. So, like, I don't know. I guess the thing, not even a question. I'm just fascinated with how this became because I'm trying not to, because I think this is a book.
Yeah.
This was a book.
Yeah.
This is just a book.
Yeah.
This is only a book.
Right.
This is as much of a book as The Fault in Our Stars is a book.
Yes.
They're obviously different kinds of books.
Right.
But they're both books.
Yes.
This is a book. Yeah. And I can't say that enough, because our entire society, everything that, as an American dude who grew up in the Catholic Church,
Yeah.
and parents got divorced when he was 8, and my grandmother almost became a nun
Okay.
like 70 years before I was born.
Yeah.
Our entire world has been shaped by this book.
Yeah.
And I am 2.5 pages in. You could probably count the paragraphs on like 2 hands.
Yes.
Maybe like 15 paragraphs.
Yeah.
But like, that is mind-blowing.
Yeah.
To think how different life could be already.
Yeah.
All fucking like, just try for a second to like legit imagine what it would be like if like, for real.
Yeah.
Because there was a world before the Bible. And
Yes.
I know we don't talk about it or think about it or like truly like not even like we talk about it or whatever, but we don't try to like emotionally understand.
Right.
Which I think is the most important kind of understanding.
Yeah.
Where you emotionally get like, oh fuck, this happened. Like there were people like me
Yeah.
who did this.
Yeah.
And like people just used to fuck and rape and murder and steal and do whatever, and they would walk around naked, and there was no real laws.
Right.
And then like even in like clear recorded BC times in like the Roman Empire, shit was completely different.
Yeah.
But also not that different.
Yeah.
And it's like people would just like, they had like the Olympics. They had the Olympics. Yeah. We have the Olympics.
Yeah.
And it's hard to understand that.
Yeah.
Where it's like, yeah, they would have dudes and they would wrestle and they'd be naked and sometimes they'd fuck. But like they after the sport, though, you need to determine a winner.
How many points did you lose for fucking your opponent during the match?
I'm sure the match has to be like forfeit in general, and then if I was in charge of this, it's like if they start fucking in the middle of it, like if it's clear fucking, you have to have a ref determine signs of fucking, right? And like we're joking, but these are probably rules that could have existed in our history, like in human history, where it's like, okay, if there are clear signs of intimacy, then
what happens if the person gets aroused? Because that does happen. We also have the picture of Conor McGregor with his tiny little erection.
Got itty bitty pee-pee.
Did you see that?
I did not.
Yeah, no. When he fought Floyd Mayweather, there's a picture of him like in his underwear at the weigh-in, and he's all fucking and there's just like super stiffy, but it's just like sticking straight. Like I think it was probably like a half chub, but because his underwear was tight, it looked more extreme. Like,
isn't it great that while you're saying this, I can just Google,
just look it up?
Jerry's calling me again.
Oh my god!
What the dude? Should I answer it?
No, maybe.
Right? I'm like, dude,
it might be funny.
It might be. Yeah, what's up? Hello? It's like definitely a butt dial.
Yeah, it wasn't that funny. Oh well.
An event. Fuck you, Jerry.
Ruining.
So yeah, no, Conor McGregor's penis.
Oh yeah. So like, what happens if like in the heat of battle, like it's a thing that some people are really fucked up in the head and they get fucking boners when they're fighting because they're like turned on by the idea of fucking something up. So what if it just like slips in? Because like you're sweating, like they oiled them. It's like what
they
if you're
oiled them?
Yeah, I'm sure. Probably, maybe I'm making that up. But I think
that's a fantasy thing.
I think no,
because that makes you can't fight when you're oily.
I'm pretty sure they oiled wrestlers in Greek times.
He addressed the weigh-in boner on Twitter.
Oh, let's hear about that.
I don't want to hear. That is an erection. That is. There are multiple pictures of the erection.
No, but say like you're sweaty and oily. If it slips in for a second, but it's not a pleasurable thing.
Can we just not say they're oily? Because I really feel like that's an ad-lib on your part. I feel like you can't fight someone when they're oily. That is
I'm just saying,
the porno industry. I'll look up old school pottery paintings to see how oiled these men are. Let me just do that real quick.
I'm gonna Google the phrase, did they oil Greek wrestlers?
Don't do that.
I'm doing it.
You'll get a lot of yeses, and none of them will be. That's how you just. All right. Well, this is happening now.
I mean, you know.
Then I'm sure there were rules for that.
I'm sure.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
It's like
you're absolutely right.
That's exactly the point. It's like, yes, people had rules for this because people were just different, and then the Bible comes along and changes the world entirely.
Yeah.
Like, actually, one of my favorite movies is The Book of Eli. I fucking love that movie.
Oh, it's great.
Because of that.
Yeah.
Where it explains, like, hey, man, like, this is what religion could do to an entire world.
Yeah.
And Gary Oldman tried to use it just to make a town like him a little more.
Oh, this is weird.
Oh, is it weird? Is Googling, did Greek men oil up their wrestlers? Does that get you weird results?
No, just the Wikipedia entry on wrestling in general is weird.
Yeah, it sounds weird.
The Greeks called the penis a dog. Athletes sometimes used a cord called a dog leash to tie off the foreskin. It is unknown if this custom had sexual or aesthetic meanings.
That's what I love about people. I love people so much.
To have been a matter of personal preference.
So this is like
it's like doing a ponytail before you go in.
It's like doing a ponytail. Hang on, man. I gotta tie my hair up. Hang on, man. I gotta tie my foreskin back.
Tie my dick off.
Like, what, dude?
It's personal preference. You know, I like to have it. You know,
Daddy, why is he tying his dog? Sometimes a dog needs to be leashed. These could have been real conversations that were had like 4,000, 5,000 years ago.
Except for the barking, yes.
No, I'm including the barking. You think DMX was the first man to ever bark?
I think that DMX was the first human to bark.
I don't think so.
Oh.
My brother, when he was young, before he ever even heard of DMX, had this game called Dog, where he would pretend to
Were
be
the
a
rules
dog.
complicated?
Oh no, he was a dog.
Okay.
I'm playing dog, bark, bark. And then once he did that, he wouldn't stop being a dog until my dad made him. He would just be a dog. He would crawl on his hands and knees. He would start licking stuff. He was like 5. You know, what are you gonna do? But
Yeah.
it annoyed the shit out of me as a 4-year-old. So
Right.
It'd be like, stop. Like, bark, 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 bark. Like, dude, you gotta cut it off. Dude, what are you doing?
Yeah, that's uncomfortable.
Now I would throw things and he would fetch them. He was deep into character.
That's impressive. I mean, that level of commitment
Oh, it was very
for a child.
I wanted to see how far it would go, but I also wanted him to fucking stop it because
Right.
it was very weird and I didn't like it.
That makes sense to me.
Thank you.
Uh-huh.
I feel like he didn't get that, or maybe he did get it. That's why he kept doing it. It's hard to tell
Yeah.
what's going through the mind of a 5-year-old, even as a 5-year-old.
Yeah.
I don't know. This is what I'm doing now. I wasn't doing it before, and now I am.
Do you have any more questions, or do you want to wrap this up?
No, I think we should wrap it up because we haven't talked about the Bible in a bit.
That's fair.
But no, I am like I did not expect this to happen. I thought it would be mostly like just like, oh, this is funny, and I'm legit dumbfounded at the shit that is in that book. And
I know.
it's only Monday, Mr. Mom. Like this is the beginning. This is
Just wait till you get to the part of the book where God sends a bear to eat children who make fun of a man for being bald.
let's just before a bald man wrote that. I've met a lot of bald men who are obsessed with my hair.
Yeah.
A bald man wrote that because bald men have always hated being bald because they fucking like, what's the big deal? It's hair. Get the fuck over yourself. No, they have not been able to
Nope.
for thousands of years. That's what I like about this so much, though. Is just like realizing that people have always been people.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, we should stop making fun of bald men. Why, Baldy? A bear's gonna eat you. It doesn't say that anywhere. There's no rule book. Oh, fucking yeah, there is. Oh,
There is now, motherfucker.
You just wait. Give it. Oh, man. That's fucking great. No, this is very educational.
That's the goal.
Again, not in the way it's supposed to be.
Never is.
No, this is fascinating, man. This is fucking great.